Welcome back to the Chateau, everybody, and to my drawing room downstairs. A room, despite the fact that I very much like, I very rarely use. Now, I do have a bit of an issue. My wallpaper steamer has broken, and it's just the element, so I've ordered the part, so that'll have to wait a couple of days. I am not spending loads of money on a new steamer for a very cheap part. I can wait for a couple of days. I've got something I need to do in here, and I really need to go over something quite important which is relevant to lots of the comments, but also, because at the moment, it's absolutely freezing. Common theme. Very common theme in comments. Despite me, what I think was explaining enough about hiding radiator pipes, there is maybe 2 inches behind that panel, and we're not going to be hiding that radiator pipe in those 2 inches. I'm not pulling the panelling in, and I'm certainly not trying to create a channel in solid granite, and it's not going under the floor. Again, structural wall. We're in a structural wall. That's why it's that deep, and that will be granite up to a very low level apart from some joists. Not putting pipework that thick through. And yes, it does require pipework that thick. Fluid dynamics is very simple. If you make that pipe smaller diameter, you increase pressure and reduce flow. So you require a bigger pump, which requires more electric. These things aren't any good. The other thing is why? It is valid, very valid, everybody. I'm not, but the pipework is everywhere on the surface. I mean, look, you can just see it. There it goes everywhere. The entire house is that way, in the same way as that one will be going up to the radiators in the room above, and in that corner there are ones coming up and down. I mean, you cannot get away from it in this house. That is just the way it is. As you can see, all the way along that wall, you've got that pipework, and then you've got returns and stuff that goes everywhere. You just cannot hide from it in this house. And I don't see the point. And there we go, there's just some more. I mean, this is a very, might do that, some more pipe work that's going up. That's sort of hidden, but I prefer to see the pipes, to be honest. You can see the pipe work. There you go, pipe work going through. You know, see, on the landing. It is everywhere. And then even in the drawing room, you have pipe work. Here we go, going all the way up. That's into literally the bedroom above us, the one I'm redoing. The same with here, and again, pipework going up. It is everywhere. So say, even ignoring the enormous cost to try to hide every bit of pipework in this house, you're not going to do it all at once, so you're going to do it bit by bit. Let's say it's a thing you want to do. Well, each time you change any of that pipework, you have to drain down the entire heating system, refill it with all the inhibitors and all the rest of it, and that's another cost. The other thing is you'd have to, however you're going to hide that pipework, you're going to have to insulate it. Whereas at the moment, that pipework gets warm and it adds to the heat within those rooms, which does help a little. Part of being in an old building, a chateau, is having to accept there are things that you cannot change for whatever reason, and you have to try to embrace them. And this place was built without electric, without central heating and pipework, and these things have been added. So part of it is accepting that and being able to live with it and make it part of it, rather than trying to hide it and make it modern. I'm not saying that it isn't a possibility or it isn't something that you could do, but to me, it isn't something that warrants it. Having a TV in this room is about as modern as I like to go. The wood burner's giving out a reasonable amount of heat now. And do you know what? I don't mind. I don't mind. But what I do need to think about is whether I want mod cons in the future and to be able to hide stuff. And I need to get free heating. Shop, because a hugely important part of my ability to heat the chateau for free, with a little luck, is this wood chipper. And I have had umpteen dozen problems with, after water got into the hydraulic fluid, it froze, it cracked the casing, and I've had various issues since trying to repair that casing and then get it all sorted. I should have finally done it. I have just got to put the fresh filter on, refill the reservoir, prime the pump, and hopefully it works, because we use a hydraulic roller feed. And if I can start, if that works, there's still plenty of other work to do, but if I can say, yes, that is now working, not leaking, then all the rest of the pieces can start coming together to make my own wood pellets for the chateau, which is a really important thing, as I said the other day, because if you can't go insulating everything and making things thermally efficient, well, then just make it cheap. So we have completely fresh drained oil in the reservoir, new oil filter, the pump's been rebuilt in the casing. I have primed the pump by filling it from the top. Let's hope. No leaks and actually working.
See all the work I did under here? No leaks. No hydraulic leaks. And see? Cheers. That roller in there.
For anyone that's been following this journey and how many times I have now taken that pump apart, welded it, re-welded it, and each time you've got to put it back together, leave it 24 hours for all the gaskets to set, and then, it's got a leak, pull it apart, start again. It's been a long journey. And then when I did it the other day, I put it together, I just couldn't get it to actually pump. No leaks, but no pumps, wouldn't pump anything. So now it is working, which means everything else I can do on that, and as I said, I can do everything else that's required on that now afterwards, but it just means the main thing to make wood pellets, believe it or not, is this, because I have the pellet mill, I have the hammer mill to turn wood chips into sawdust. It's about being able to have a beastly machine which will take seasoned wood, turn it into wood chips, so I can then do the rest of the process. One step closer to free heating the chateau. I am so happy.